everyone, and welcome back to Daily English Talk, the show where learning English is simple, fun, and always connected to real life.
Hey there, I'm Paul, and I'm really excited about today's topic because, honestly, I think I need it in my life.
Hi everyone, I'm Haseeb. And yes, Paul, I think many people will agree with you. Today's topic is something we all face every single day, money.
That's right, but not just money. We're going to talk about how to spend smart and control your money habits.
Oh, that sounds serious, but also really useful. Because sometimes I look at my wallet and think, where did my money go?
Haha, I think we've all had that moment. You work hard, you get paid, and somehow the money disappears.
Exactly. That's why this episode will help you learn real English expressions about money and also give you practical life lessons to use right away.
So this is like a double benefit. Learn English and learn to save money at the same time.
Absolutely. In this episode, we'll have natural conversations, new vocabulary, funny stories, and simple steps to become a smart spender.
And don't worry if you're a beginner or pre-intermediate learner. We'll keep the language clear, slow, and easy to follow.
Perfect for me then. So what can listeners expect today?
Great question, Paul. Here's the plan. We'll start with a real-life story about shopping. Then, learn some new money words, practice dialogues, and finally, share 5 easy tips to help you control your spending.
It's going to be fun, practical, and full of everyday English that you can use anywhere, at the store, online, or when talking about money with friends.
I like that. Because honestly, money is part of daily life, and being able to talk about it in English is super helpful.
Exactly. And we'll also help you think in English while you learn. You'll understand the meaning, not just the words.
That's the goal of Daily English Talk, to help you learn English for real life.
All right, I'm ready to go. I've got my notebook, my coffee, and, well, hopefully some money left in my wallet.
Haha, good. Keep that wallet close because we're going to learn how to protect it today.
Let's get started with step 2, a true story about impulse buying, something I think everyone has done at least once.
You're listening to Daily English Talk. Let's talk, learn, and spend smart together. Okay, everyone, let's start with a true story, something I think we can all relate to. Paul, can I tell them what happened to you last weekend?
Oh no. Do we really have to? It's a little embarrassing.
That's exactly why it's perfect. Go ahead, tell us.
All right, fine. So last Saturday, I went to the mall to buy toothpaste. Just toothpaste.
Simple mission. Clean teeth, clean plan.
Exactly. I walked in confident and focused, but then I saw it.
Oh no, what did you see?
A huge sign. Mega sale. 50% off today only.
Ah, the ancient trap of every shopper.
I tried to resist, but my brain went, 50% off? That means I'm saving money.
Oh, that's what everyone tells themselves. But in reality, you're not saving, you're spending.
I know. So I said, okay, I'll just look. And guess what happened?
You didn't just look, did you?
Nope. 20 minutes later, I was holding 2 shirts, a candle, and a new coffee mug.
Wow, that's quite a transformation from toothpaste to fashion and home decor.
The best part? When I got home, I realized I already have 5 mugs. 5.
That's the power of impulse buying. The money disappears, and logic goes on vacation.
And the toothpaste?
I forgot to buy it completely.
Haha, classic. You went for something you needed and came home with everything you wanted, except the one thing you needed.
This is such a great example of how emotion drives spending. It's not always about need, it's about how we feel.
Exactly. I didn't even need those shirts. I just felt happy buying them.
That's the shopping high. When you buy something, your brain releases a small dose of dopamine. It feels like a little reward.
And stores know that. They use bright lights, happy music, and limited time offers to make your brain go, I must buy this now.
That's so true. They even put things near the checkout like chocolates and small gifts. And somehow, they always end up in my basket.
Exactly. It's not an accident. It's a strategy. Marketers study human behavior. They know how to make us feel that urgent need to buy.
And that's what we call impulse buying. Spending money without planning, without thinking, just reacting.
So it's not just me, right? Everyone does it sometimes?
Of course, everyone, even me. Sometimes I open my favorite online store just to browse, and suddenly I have 3 new items in my cart.
Oh no. Online shopping is even more dangerous. One click and your money disappears like magic.
That's true. And the buy now, pay later buttons make it even easier to lose control.
Exactly. That's why learning to recognize these habits is the first step to changing them.
So impulse buying is emotional spending. Buying something to feel better or because it looks like a good deal.
Perfect summary, Paul. And smart spending is the opposite. It's slow, logical, and intentional.
It means thinking before buying, asking yourself, do I really need this? Or will I still want this tomorrow?
Maybe I should print that and stick it on my wallet.
That's actually a great idea. A small reminder to pause and think before spending.
See, we're already learning. So here's our takeaway from Paul's story. Everyone makes impulse buys, but with awareness and small changes, we can all become smart spenders.
Yeah, and it feels good to talk about it in English too. It's like therapy. Money therapy with vocabulary.
I love that. Speaking of vocabulary, it's the perfect time to learn the keywords you'll need for today's topic.
Exactly. Coming up next, Step 3, Key Vocabulary. We'll teach you 8 simple, useful money words that you can use in real life.
Awesome. I'll grab my notebook this time and maybe hide my credit card.
Smart move, Paul. You're already spending smarter. Let's jump into Step 3. Great story, right? And now that we know how easy it is to fall into the shopping trap, it's time to learn some useful English words to talk about money and spending.
Perfect. Because when it comes to money, my vocabulary is as small as my savings account.
Haha, don't worry, Paul. We'll fix that today. We've got 8 simple but powerful words you can start using right now.
Let's go with word number 1, spend. To spend means to use money to buy something. For example, I spend money on food every day.
So I can say, I spend too much on coffee. That's true for me.
Exactly. Word number 2, save. It means to keep your money instead of using it. Example, I save money for the future.
Saving is the opposite of spending. You can save for a goal, like a vacation, or just for emergencies.
I try to save, but the problem is I always find something new to buy first.
Haha, you're not alone. Now, word number 3, budget. A budget is a plan for your money. How much comes in, how much goes out.
For example, I make a monthly budget to track my spending. It helps you see where your money is going.
So a budget is like a money map. It tells me where I'm going and how to get there.
Perfect. You're learning fast. Word number 4, impulse buy. This means buying something suddenly, without planning.
Oh no, that's my middle name. Paul Impulse Buy Johnson.
Haha, at least you're honest. Example, I made an impulse buy when I saw a big sale.
Exactly. Okay, word number 5, waste. To waste money means to use it carelessly or on things you don't need.
Like buying another mug when you already have 5.
Exactly that. I wasted money on something I don't use.
Word number 6, affordable. Something that is affordable is not too expensive. It's at a good price.
For example, this restaurant is affordable. It's not cheap, but it's reasonable.
I like that word. Affordable sounds polite. Better than saying cheap.
Very good point, Paul. Word number 7, track. To track means to record or follow your spending.
Like, I track my expenses every week. It helps you understand your habits.
So when I write down what I spend on coffee, I'm tracking my spending.
Exactly. And finally, word number 8, limit. A limit is a rule or an amount you don't want to go over.
For example, I set a limit for eating out, only twice a week.
Oh, that's a hard one. I love eating out. But, okay, I get it. A limit keeps me in control.
Perfect, Paul. So let's review together. Spend, save, budget, impulse buy, waste, affordable, track, and limit.
These 8 words will help you sound natural when talking about money.
And they'll also remind me to stop wasting money while I learn them.
That's the idea. You're learning English and better habits at the same time.
In the next part, we'll use these words in a real conversation. How to talk about needs, wants, and daily money choices.
Oh no. That means more examples of my bad shopping habits, doesn't it?
Haha, probably. But don't worry, we'll all learn together.
So grab your notebook and repeat after us in the next section. Let's move on to step 4, core dialogue, needs versus wants.
Welcome back, everyone. Now that you know our key vocabulary, let's use it in a real conversation. How to tell the difference between needs and wants.
Oh no. This is the part where I find out that most of my shopping list is made of wants, right?
Probably, Paul. But don't worry, we're all guilty of that sometimes.
Let's start simple. A need is something you must have to live, like food, water, or a place to stay.
Okay, so food and rent are needs. That makes sense.
Exactly. A want is something that's nice to have, but not necessary for survival, like ice cream, video games, or a new watch.
In other words, a need keeps you alive. A want just makes you feel good.
Oh wow. That means 80% of my Amazon orders are just feel-good things.
Haha, that's probably true for many people. Let's make it fun. I'll say something, and you tell me if it's a need or a want. Ready?
Ready. But please go easy on me.
All right. First one, paying your rent.
That's a need. Definitely.
Correct. You can't live without a home.
Next one, a new smartphone when your old one still works fine.
I want to say it's a need, but I know it's a want.
Right again. It's a want. Not urgent, not necessary.
It's interesting, right? Sometimes we feel like we need something, but actually we just want it.
Yeah, I've said I need new shoes so many times, but maybe I just want them because they look cool.
Exactly. It's not wrong to buy wants. The key is balance. Spend more on needs, less on wants.
Let's try a few more examples for everyone listening. Groceries for the week.
Need. Food is life.
A second cup of coffee from an expensive cafe.
Want. Even though my heart says need.
A warm jacket for winter.
Need. Unless you live in a tropical country.
A fancy designer jacket when you already have one.
Want. Totally a want.
Great. See how easy it becomes when you think about purpose instead of feelings?
That's right. Before buying something, you can pause and ask, do I need this to live or do I just want it to feel good?
I like that question. Simple, but powerful.
That's how smart spending starts, with awareness. Once you know your needs and wants, you can plan better.
Yes. And that brings us to another important word, budget. It helps you control your needs and wants in a simple plan.
Aha, I remember. Budget means planning your money. What comes in and what goes out.
Exactly. You can write your budget in a notebook or even use your phone. Just make 2 columns, one for needs and one for wants.
That's a great exercise for our listeners too. Try writing down what you spent this week, then mark each one as a need or a want.
I think my wants column will be very long, but okay, I'll try.
That's the spirit, Paul. The goal is not to stop buying things you love. It's to understand your choices.
Awareness first, control second. That's how you become a smart spender.
You know, I like that phrase, smart spender. It sounds so professional, like I have my life together.
Haha, well, you're getting there. And knowing this difference between needs and wants is the first big step.
In the next part, we'll explain some useful English expressions and phrases you can use when talking about money and spending habits.
Great! So we'll learn how to sound smart and save money at the same time.
That's the plan. Stay tuned. Step 5 is coming up next. Explanation and breakdown. Great work so far, everyone. You now understand the difference between needs and wants, and you know some new words. Let's take it a step further. How to actually use them in real English sentences.
Yes, please. I know the words, but sometimes I don't know how to put them together naturally.
That's a common problem for learners. So today, we'll break down 5 useful expressions you can use when talking about money, spending, and saving.
Perfect! Let's start with expression number 1. I spend money on.
Easy. I spend money on coffee. That's my daily truth.
Exactly. You can change coffee to anything. I spend money on clothes, or I spend money on rent.
And if you want to say it in the negative, you can say, I don't want to spend money on that. Example, I don't want to spend money on expensive shoes.
Excellent. Now, expression number 2. I'm trying to save for. It's very common in daily English. Example, I'm trying to save for a new laptop.
Oh, I like that one. I'm trying to save for a vacation. It sounds positive, like I have a goal.
That's right. It's a polite and natural way to talk about your plans without sounding like you're complaining about money.
Exactly. Now, expression number 3. It was on sale. We use this when something is cheaper than usual.
Oh, yes. I use that all the time to explain my shopping decisions. It was on sale, even when I didn't need it.
That's so true. People love to use that sentence as a shopping excuse.
Haha, yes, but it's a very natural expression. You can also say, there was a big sale at the store.
So if my friend asks, why did you buy another jacket? I can say, it was on sale, and sound totally reasonable.
Exactly. You sound natural and maybe a little guilty.
Let's move to expression number 4. It's not worth it.
That one sounds serious. What does it mean exactly?
It means something is not a good deal or not valuable enough for the price. For example, this shirt costs $100. It's not worth it.
Oh, I see. So I can say, buying a $6 coffee every day is not worth it.
Exactly. It helps you express smart thinking about money.
Great. And finally, expression number 5. I can't afford it.
Oh, I know this one. It means I don't have enough money for something, right?
Exactly. I can't afford a new car right now. Or, I can't afford to eat out every day.
But remember, it's not a negative phrase. It just means you're choosing wisely.
Yeah, I think saying I can't afford it sounds mature. Like you know your priorities.
Exactly, Paul. It shows control. And that's what smart spending is all about. Control, not limitation.
Let's review quickly. We learned 5 key expressions. I spend money on, I'm trying to save for, it was on sale, it's not worth it, and I can't afford it.
Nice. These are short, simple, but super useful. I can already imagine using them when I talk with friends.
Perfect. That's the goal. Learning English that you can use in real life.
And in the next part, we'll see how to use these phrases in real conversations, situations where you can practice and speak like a native.
So basically more fun stories and more examples?
You got it, Paul. Coming up next, Step 6, Core Dialogue Part 2, Emotional Spending. Welcome back to Daily English Talk. We've learned about needs, wants, and useful expressions. Now let's talk about something very human, emotions and money.
Uh-oh. Emotions and money? That sounds dangerous already.
It is, because sometimes we don't spend for logic, we spend for feelings. That's called emotional spending.
Exactly. Emotional spending happens when we buy something not because we need it, but because we're trying to feel better.
Oh, I know that feeling. Last week, I was tired and stressed. So I bought a pizza, a candle, and a plant.
A plant? Was it at least on sale?
Nope. Full price. But it looked happy. So I thought maybe it could share some of that happiness with me.
Haha, that's the perfect example. You were trying to change your mood with shopping.
Yeah, I guess I bought the feeling, not the item.
Exactly, Paul. When people feel sad, lonely, bored, or stressed, buying something gives a short moment of excitement.
It's like giving your brain a little candy. It feels sweet for a moment, but the feeling doesn't last.
Oh, wow, that's true. After I got home, I looked at the pizza box, the candle, and the plant, and I thought, why did I do that?
Don't worry, you're not alone. Studies show that emotional spending is one of the biggest reasons people lose control of their budget.
But the good news is, when you understand it, you can change it.
Okay, so how do I stop it? Because I can't stop feeling bored or tired.
Great question. The first step is to recognize your triggers. Ask yourself, what makes me want to spend? Is it stress, loneliness, reward?
Once you know the reason, you can find a different solution. For example, if you're stressed, take a short walk instead of shopping.
Or if you feel lonely, call a friend instead of ordering something online.
Perfect. Those are.
That's such a strong sentence. Feelings pass, but your money decisions stay. Everyone should write that down.
I will. Maybe I'll put it on my fridge, right next to my plant.
Haha, good idea. Another trick is to use the 24-hour rule. When you really want to buy something, wait one full day before buying it.
That small delay helps your brain calm down. If you still want it the next day, maybe it's worth it. If not, you just saved money.
That's smart, because many times I forget about the thing completely after a few hours.
Exactly. And that's how you know it was emotional, not essential.
Emotional spending also often comes with guilt. You feel good at first, but bad later.
True. When I open my banking app after a shopping mood, I feel like my wallet is judging me.
Haha, we've all been there. But remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about being aware and learning.
Yes, awareness leads to change. And with small steps, you can build healthier money habits.
I like that. Maybe I'll start by writing a list of my emotional triggers this week.
That's a fantastic idea. And for everyone listening, try that too. Write down what makes you spend. And next time, pause and ask yourself why.
Awareness is like a superpower. When you understand your habits, you control your money, not the other way around.
I like that line too. So, what's next?
Coming up next, we'll share 5 easy and powerful tips to help you build smart spending habits and control your money better.
These tips are simple, practical, and perfect for daily life.
I'm ready. My notebook is open, and my wallet is hiding.
Haha, good. Let's move on to step 7. Tips and strategies for smart spending. Welcome back to Daily English Talk. Now that we understand emotional spending, let's talk about how to actually control it with simple, smart habits.
Yes, please. I need this part. My emotions are strong, but my wallet is weak.
Haha, that's relatable, Paul. We've got 5 easy tips today that can help you spend smarter, save more, and still enjoy life.
Let's begin with tip number 1. Make a shopping list and stick to it.
That sounds simple, but powerful. Because every time I go shopping without a list, I come back with random things like cookies, candles, and maybe a pillow.
Exactly. When you make a list, you tell your brain what's important. It helps you stay focused and avoid distractions in the store.
And here's a little challenge. Next time you go shopping, count how many things you buy that were not on your list. You'll be surprised.
Oh, I already know my score will be bad. But okay, I'll try.
Great. Now, tip number 2. Wait before you buy. If you see something you want, don't buy it immediately. Wait 24 hours.
This is called the 24-hour rule. It gives your brain time to cool down and think clearly.
That's actually smart. Because sometimes after one day, I don't even want the thing anymore.
Exactly. If the feeling disappears, it means it was an impulse, not a real need.
Okay, moving on. Tip number 3. Set a weekly spending limit.
Like giving yourself a small budget for fun spending?
Exactly, Paul. For example, decide you can spend $25 a week on small things like coffee, snacks, or entertainment, and stick to that limit.
It's not about being strict. It's about being mindful. You enjoy your week, but stay in control.
I like that. It feels realistic. I don't need to stop spending completely, just plan it.
Perfect attitude. Tip number 4. Track your expenses. Write down everything you spend, even small things.
You can use a notebook, your phone, or an app, whatever is easiest for you. The goal is to see where your money goes.
Oh, I've tried that before. It's scary but helpful. You start to notice how small things add up fast.
Exactly. That $3 coffee every day becomes almost $100 in a month.
That's the power of awareness. When you track it, you can change it.
And finally, tip number 5. Reward yourself.
Wait, reward? You mean I can still treat myself sometimes?
Of course, smart spending is not about being boring. It's about balance. If you followed your plan all week, give yourself a small reward.
For example, watch your favorite movie, buy a small snack, or take a nice walk. Something that feels good but doesn't break your budget.
I love that. It feels positive. Usually people talk about saving like it's punishment, but this sounds fun.
Exactly. We want saving and smart spending to feel good, not stressful.
Let's review the 5 tips quickly. 1. Make a shopping list. 2. Wait before you buy. 3. Set a weekly limit. 4. Track your spending. 5. Reward yourself.
Nice and easy. I can actually remember them.
Great! These small actions can make a big difference in your life and your English practice too.
Because every time you use these tips, You can also use English phrases like I set a limit, I tracked my expenses, or I'm saving for something.
Oh, that's clever. I can practice English and my money control skills at the same time.
Exactly. That's the daily English talk style, learning through real life.
So for everyone listening, choose one of these tips and try it this week. Just one small step.
And if it works, tell us about it. I want to know if I'm the only one fighting my shopping impulses.
Haha, we'll find out soon in the comments. Up next, Step 8, Interactive Practice, where you'll get to speak and repeat with us. Welcome back. Now it's your turn to speak. This part is all about practice and repetition, so you can use what you've learned in real life.
That's right. Don't just listen, speak with us. Repeat each sentence out loud. It's okay if you make mistakes. That's how you learn.
We'll say each sentence twice, once slowly and once at a natural speed. Ready? Let's go.
Repeat after me. I'm trying to save money. One more time. I'm trying to save money. I'm trying to...
Nice. Now say, I spend too much on coffee. Again, I spend too much on coffee.
Great job! Now try this. I made a budget for this month. Again, I made a budget for this month.
Excellent. Here's the next one. It was on sale. Once more. It was on sale.
All right, here's a classic. I can't afford it right now. Repeat again. I can't afford it right now.
Perfect. Now let's practice questions. Repeat after us. How much does it cost? One more time. How much does it cost?
Is it worth the price? And again, is it worth the price?
Great, you're doing amazing. Now let's practice some daily habits with English sentences.
Repeat after me. I write down what I spend every day. Again, I write down what I spend every day.
I set a weekly spending limit. And again, I set a weekly spending limit.
I wait one day before buying something new. Repeat again. I wait one day before buying something new.
Nice rhythm. Keep speaking. Your mouth is learning new patterns in English.
Let's do a small role play together. I'll ask a question and you answer after Paul. Ready?
Okay. Question 1. Do you usually make a shopping list? Your answer? Yes, I do. Or, no, I don't.
Question 2. What are you saving for? Your answer could be, I'm saving for a new phone, or I'm saving for a trip. Nice work.
Question 3. Do you ever buy things you don't need? Be honest. We all do sometimes.
Haha, yes, we do.
Excellent, everyone. When you speak out loud, your brain connects English to real actions. It's the best way to remember.
You can even practice at home. Talk to yourself while shopping or budgeting. Say, this is a need, or that's a want.
That's such a cool trick. So when I'm in a store, I can think in English and control my spending at the same time.
Exactly. You're training both your English brain and your smart spending brain.
Before we move on, let's repeat 3 sentences one more time. Nice and strong. Ready?
I'm saving for something important.
I don't need it right now.
I and the better choices.
Amazing job! You're improving your English and your habits.
Double success. Smart mind, smart money.
Up next, we'll review everything you learned today in Step 9. A quick summary and mini review quiz.
Stay with us. We're almost at the finish line. All right, everyone, you've done an amazing job today. Before we finish, let's take a few minutes to review everything we learned about spending smart.
Yes, this was a lot of great stuff. And my brain feels richer already.
That's the best kind of wealth, Paul. Knowledge. Let's go step by step through today's lesson.
Step 1. We learned that money habits are part of daily life, and that spending smart starts with awareness.
Step 2. We heard my little shopping story. How I went to buy toothpaste and came home with everything except toothpaste.
Step 3. We studied 8 key vocabulary words, like spend, save, budget, impulse buy, waste, affordable, track, and limit.
Step 4. We practiced understanding needs versus wants. What we truly need versus what we just like to have.
Step 5. We learn new English expressions, like I spend money on, it was on sale, and it's not worth it.
Step 6. We talked about emotional spending, how feelings can control our wallet if we're not careful.
Step 7. We shared 5 practical tips for smart spending. Make a list, wait before you buy, set a limit, track your expenses, and reward yourself.
Step 8. We practice speaking and repeating to use real English while talking about money.
And now here we are at step 9, the big review. So let's test what you remember with a fun mini quiz.
All right, everyone. Question 1. If you buy something suddenly because you feel excited, what's that called?
Oh, I know this one. Impulse buying.
Correct. Question 2. If you write down everything you spend, what are you doing?
You're tracking your expenses.
Very good. Question 3. When you buy something because it's cheaper than usual, you can say,
It was on sale.
Exactly. You're on fire, Paul. Let's try a trickier one. Question 4. What's the difference between a need and a want?
A need is something important for living, and a want is something nice but not necessary.
Perfect answer. And last one. Question 5. What's one good tip to control your spending?
Easy. Make a shopping list and follow it.
That's right. And you at home, how many did you get right?
If you got 3 or more correct, that's great progress. You're learning to think in English while managing money better.
And if you didn't remember everything, that's totally okay. Just listen again or practice with a friend. That's how you improve.
Remember, learning English and learning control both take time, practice, and patience.
Exactly. You're building both your vocabulary and your mindset, one small step at a time.
And both will pay off, literally and figuratively.
Haha, nice one, Paul. All right, everyone. Coming up next is our final step, Step 10, a closing message and your weekly challenge.
Stay with us. We'll wrap up today's talk with motivation and a simple action you can do this week.
Congratulations, everyone. You've made it to the final step of today's episode. Step 10, your closing motivation and weekly challenge.
Wow, that went by fast. I actually learned a lot. Not just about money, but about myself too.
That's what it's all about, Paul. Today wasn't only an English lesson. It was a life lesson in awareness and smart choices.
Exactly, because learning English is like managing money. Both need patience, consistency, and good habits.
I like that. It's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about doing a little better every day.
Beautifully said. And now, here's your weekly challenge for everyone listening.
For the next 3 days, track what you spend. Write down every item, no matter how small. Coffee, snacks, bus tickets, anything.
Then, at the end of those 3 days, look at your list and mark each thing as a need or a want.
It's a simple but powerful way to understand your habits. And it's also a great English writing practice.
Yes, you can even use English when writing. I spent $3 on coffee. It was a want. Or, I spent $10 on groceries. It was a need.
That's perfect practice. You're thinking, learning, and improving in 2 areas at once.
And if you want to go further, try this extra challenge. Choose one small want you can skip this week and save that money instead.
Then, tell us in the comments, what did you decide to skip, and how did it feel?
I like that idea. It makes saving feel real and personal.
Exactly. It's not about being strict. It's about being smart and mindful.
Remember, small steps make big changes. You don't need to change everything overnight.
Yeah, 1 coffee less today might become 1 vacation more next year.
I love that. 1 coffee less today, 1 dream more tomorrow.
That's the perfect message to end on.
Before we say goodbye, let's take a quick moment to reflect. What did you learn today? Not just in English, but but about your own spending habits.
For me, I learned that I can control my money better and that it feels good to plan before I spend.
And I learned that emotions are powerful, but awareness is stronger.
Beautiful thoughts. And to all our listeners, remember, you have the power to control your money, your habits, and your future.
And you can do it all in English.
Exactly. Learning English for real life. That's what we do here at Daily English Talk.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps our community grow.
And don't forget to leave a comment. What's one way you plan to spend smarter this week?
We'll be reading your answers and maybe sharing some in the next episode.
This was such a fun and meaningful talk.
I agree. Money and mindset go hand in hand.
So, until next time, keep learning, keep saving, and keep speaking English with confidence.
Spend smart, live smart, and speak smart.
I'm Haseeb.
I'm Paul.
And I'm Emily. Thank you for listening to Daily English Talk, where learning English meets real life.
See you next time. And remember, your best investment is always in yourself.